Greetings to my unbelievable, crazy bonanza, alright, V family all over the world. This is once again, alright, the most gorgeous upline you could ever ask for. And I'm not saying this because I think I'm gorgeous. This is public opinion, alright. We did a survey all over the world, alright, QNET, non-QNET, everyone just has voted me now the sexiest, most gorgeous man alive, alright. Hey, Dato Sri said, Pathman, if you're going to dream, dream big. So I'm allowed to dream anything I want. Guys, it's an exciting week. We are still at early bird bonanza, okay, for the QNET anniversary bonanza that's happening, our 20th anniversary bonanza. I'm sitting here back in Malaysia. I spent a few days in Singapore, and tomorrow I fly to my mother's land, Sri Lanka, to rock an NSS in Sri Lanka with 5,000 warriors in Sri Lanka. It's going to be unbelievable. And this Wednesday, I want to talk about leadership, okay? Because a lot of people, I think, misuse this word. Every Tom, Dick and Sally is a leader today in network marketing. Everyone I meet, chief, meet my leader, 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 meet my leader. Alright? Guys, first, the definition of a leader in network marketing has never been written in stone. It has to do with a lot from success. And if you are brand new watching this video and you're thinking, but chief, I just signed up yesterday, why are you talking about leadership? Everyone becomes a leader. Leadership is almost not a choice in network marketing. It is a necessity. It happens automatically when you start having downlines. Because what happens is, alright, due to the structure of network marketing, that you are here, you got upline, you think there's no need for you to become a leader because you take all the crap you're facing and you push it up. And then they 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 push it up. And finally it comes here on my table to your upline. Okay? Alright? And I remember when I started networking with Dato Sri and Japa as my uplines, they clearly told me that the faster you understand that you have no choice but to become a leader, alright, the faster your network organization will grow. And I'm going to list down what I believe are the strengths and weaknesses of leaders today in our industry, in QNET, in the V, and the world at large. Okay? The first thing I was taught by Dato Sri Vijay is that leadership is not a position of recognition, power, glamour, glitz. All these are lies. Alright? Leadership is a position of utmost responsibility. That the word I use today in network marketing is not whether you are a leader. Good or bad leader, very hard to define. My only question is, are you a responsible leader? Alright? And being a responsible leader simply means not only you're responsible over your downlines, but it means you're responsible over yourself. That max out is the duty of a responsible leader. That if you are truly calling yourself a leader, then it's not a position of power. You're not there to direct people. Hey, you max out, you do this. No. You max out yourself first. Because the key message of leadership today is leadership by example. Monkey see, monkey do is the most fundamental pillar of leadership. That if you are telling people to raise their checks, if you are pushing your downlines to raise your checks, if you are telling them to max out, if you are telling them to do presentation, then if you are not an iconic upline, if you are the working upline, then you shut up, get out of your house and do what you tell them to do yourself. That is presentation, raising your checks, taking your TAT seriously, and pushing yourself to your limitless potential to max out. Because you can't tell them max out is possible if you are struggling to max out, not because you can't, because you think a leader gets power by edification, gets power by position. Just because you're on top doesn't mean you're a leader. There are a lot of leaders today, if I allowed your downlines to clearly express themselves about your leadership, alright, they will have a lot of critical things to say about you. Alright, the same way for me, I am a leader, I am your upline, but I'm not perfect. Alright, and then when people criticize me, this is the only platform where you learn how to improve. So the first rule is be a responsible leader. Now even the word leader doesn't mean anything to do with power. It has everything to do with responsibility. Right? That's the first thing you have to understand. That being a responsible leader. Right? Now being a leader, whether today, next year, next month, also means that you have to care more about others than yourself. Now this is a tough one. Alright, when Dato Sri told me this when I was young, 22 years old, I was confused. Because I said, hey, I'm here to make money for myself and I have my dream list to fulfill. And in my dream list, there are no names of my downlines. You understand? It's me, myself, I. And that was my first downfall of leadership. And I learned the hard way that if you don't truly care about your downlines, they will never respect you as a leader. Alright? No matter how fluent or great you are at speaking, no matter how effective you are in networking, training and training and guiding the systems and all that stuff, but I think care is the most important thing. That today, if I ever call myself a responsible, effective leader, it's not because I solve your problems, because I can't solve half your problems. Alright, it's not in my hands. It's not because I'm a great trainer, because I'm not. I only learn from the best like Dato Sri and Japa. But I do care. And when you care, alright, people listen. And when you care, people follow. And when you care for others, it is always at the expense of yourself. You cannot prioritize yourself when you care for others. So a leader must never prioritize their comfort. A leader must never prioritize their needs. If you are a working upline leader, then the number one priority are your downlines. Because these people look up to you, they listen to you, they follow you. And you were nobody before this. Not a cockroach listened to you before you became a networker with the V. But today there might be 10, 200, right, 20,000 people who practically worship the ground you walk on. And they have faith in you and they believe in you. And this requires you to care. Not abuse that faith, not abuse that belief, and not use it for self-feeding your ego. But you got to care. And your downlines will know whether you truly care. Alright? And the $1 million question you have to ask yourself as an upline, as a leader, whether you're new, old, whatever, is do you still care like you used to? Do you care? And if you do care, what you're doing about it? Now, caring doesn't mean, alright, hugging people and holding their hands and singing Kumbaya. Care is going back to the ground. Care is being there for them. Care is finding a solution together. Right? Care is fighting by their side, even if it's not your battle, it's only their battle. Right? Care is inspiring them on their darkest hour. Care is making sure they max out. Alright? And put in the effort to help them max out. And that's care. Alright? And that's a very fundamental pillar of a leader. And today a lot of leaders, they stop caring. Alright? And the minute you stop caring, people stop listening. And care is not something you can express with your words, your actions. The other person must feel it. And when they feel it, it's genuine. If they don't feel it, you are failing. Alright? Now a leader also has to basically lead. That you have to have a higher level of energy, a higher level of commitment, a higher level of resilience, thicker skin, alright? Because you are leading people. And I always tell people, you cannot lead from the back, you got to lead from the front. And you'll be surprised in our industry, in any industry in the world, people are hunting and searching for somebody to lead them. That most people are leaderless. If you look at me, I'm in Malaysia. And we just went through one of the most historical elections in the history of this country, where we had a previous leader who is not effective and an absolute moron, and then we have today a leader who's leading us, who reinstilled the faith of leadership in the people of Malaysia. And this country is going to rock. We're going to be number one in the world, I guarantee you that. And all it took was a leader that the people believed in. And he walked the talk, he led by example, he fought by our side. And he's 93 years old, and he has more energy than people at 23 years old. He sleeps less than the whole nation, and he proved that he is worth following. And that's why people are following him. Like Dato Sri Vijay, his energy hasn't dropped an ounce, his passion, his resilience. You can throw anything at him and he'll stand strong. And that's what they want to see a leader. They don't need an intellectual leader. They don't need a leader who has all the knowledge of the complaint and the product and everything else. That's not necessary. There's something called the bloody internet and YouTube. You can get everything there. They need somebody they can believe in. They need somebody who stands up and speaks and sends vibration of positivity and energy to their people. And that's what a leader needs to do. And whether you are 1 day old in the business, 2 days old in the business, start with this unbelievable energy. If you want 2 people to follow you, or you want 20,000 people to follow you, there's no difference of who you should be. It starts always with 2 people. And that's how it grows to 20,000. And a leader must send out that energy. The leader must send out that positivity even on the worst day. And a leader must never allow any form of negativity to influence them. They must reverse it, as I told last Wednesday message. And that's leadership. Right? You must lead with so much passion and energy that it can energize your mother-in-law. You understand? And then a leader has to have values. Now we all started young, and I have to admit on camera that my value system was very confusing, because we were party animals. We enjoyed life. We really saw different moral standards than the rest of the world. But today I realize that a leader's value system instilled into them by their parents, like my mom, God bless her soul, instilled the strongest value system in me. Alright? And that value system is what defines who we are. That I am not a leader. I'm still Pathman Senathirajah. You know, I am my mother's son, my father's son. And that value, you either have it or you don't. Guys. And if you don't, it's time for you to build a value system. Because your downlines needs to see stability when they look up. They need to see a value system, a sense of conscience, a sense of moral standing, a sense of spiritual strength, a sense of value, family value, you know, everything. Alright? And I know I joke about marriage and mother-in-laws and all that, but family is important. That you cannot build a family if your own family is not strong. Alright? Because that sends a message downline. Okay? And finally, alright, a leader has to love unconditionally everything in their life. That a leader must send out, I don't know how to explain this, I'll try. A leader actually has to send out a message of love. And I'm not saying birds flying and kuch kuch hota hai kind of love. I'm talking about the power of love. And I rarely speak about this because you will misunderstand this. But I believe that love can change the world. Alright? That as much as we have become technologically advanced, that the world is now improving and things are changing and we have Wi-Fi and we can talk on FaceTime. But it doesn't replace that emotion, that energy, that power of love. I'm not ashamed to say I love another man. Like I love Dato Sri Vijay. I love Japadas. I love so many people in the network. I love you. And I'm not saying it like bullshit. I actually love you. Right? I love what I do. I love where I am right now. I love my life. I love the people who are in my life, whether they irritate me or not. That love is the most powerful thing on this planet. That if you build your organization on that power of love, the love for network marketing, the love for QNET, the love for the love for our founders, the love for each other, that power is invincible. that no amount of enemies or negative energy can attack the power of love. And if you are incapable of love, you make a lousy networker. If you are incapable of expressing your love to the people you love, you make a lousy leader. That leadership is not about macho-ness, It's not about, hey, I'm a leader. No. Gandhiji was a quiet, quaint man who was a powerful leader. Mother Teresa would not even raise her voice, and she was the most powerful leader. Alright, Nelson Mandela, Dato Sri Vijay, Martin Luther King, John F. Kennedy. If you really analyze these people, besides being great men and women who changed the world, they were driven by love. Love for their nation, love for humanity, love for their husband or wife, love for their kids, love for their parents. That love is an irreplaceable power in today's world, no matter how advanced we get. And a leader who cannot love, a leader who cannot express his or her love, can never be a leader. Alright? And love is the most powerful thing. I am here today, alright, predominantly because of my love for my mother and the love she gave me. That makes me into your upline, your effective upline, I hope. So leadership today is something that is missing in today's world. Even the we needs more powerful, more loving, more passionate, more crazy, more unbelievable leaders. And a leader can never lead with power. Only love, responsibility, commitment, passion, sacrifice for his or her downlines. The people. Because without them, you're not going to max out. Without them, you are nothing. Without you guys, I am nothing. So my duty is downwards. You understand? And a leader should never let go. I've always said this a million times. Alright, and I'm saying it again in this video. When you're holding your downline's hands, you think that they're mature enough or they are a leader. Alright, and you let go too soon. And you can see them get lost. No matter how many leaders you have, no matter how independent your leaders have become, no matter how powerful your leaders have become, never let go of their little finger forever. Dato Sri has let go of my hand, but he's still holding my finger, and I pray he holds it forever. A leader can look after leaders and leaders and leaders and leaders and leaders, as proven by Dato Sri Vijay. So be a leader, alright? Not by choice, but by necessity. Because we need more unbelievable leaders to make QNET #1 in the world. To make you and your team achieve max out and reach your limitless potential. But ultimately, the most powerful thing in a leader is still love. So I love you guys. And Eid Mubarak to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. Have a great week. Max out. Love you.